Hello and welcome to the first of the Lily Foundation, I suppose we'll call them lockdown for coming here and playing. There are 913 of you, so your chances of winning are very low indeed. Right, so the way this works is I should explain a bit about why I'm involved in the Lily Foundation and what a great thing it is for you all to be here helping with this quiz and helping this charity. I first did a gig for the Lily Foundation in 2012. It was a charity gig at the Comedy Store, and I was just so won over by how amazing Liz was, who runs the charity, and what a great little charity it was. I did a few more gigs for them, and then they asked me to be a patron, which I'm very proud of being. And I've hosted their ball a couple of times, and I've also gone to one of their brilliant family weekends, which is a great event every year where all the families that are affected and by mitochondrial disease that are helped by the Lily Foundation can come together, learn about the disease, speak to specialists, and also all the kids can have a great time. And it's a brilliant, inspiring event, and it's a brilliant, inspiring charity. So by supporting it, you are doing a great, great thing. Now, this is a really tough time for so many people. We know, and the people, and a lot of the people affected by the Lily Foundation, helped by the Lily Foundation, will be finding this a particularly tough time. And also for a small charity like the Lily Foundation, that, for all the great work they do, they need to be constantly fundraising. And the ball in wasn't able to go ahead, and then the would have been the London Marathon this month, which obviously isn't going to go ahead. And there's various, where that money comes from has dried up. And so this tonight and the following 3 Thursdays is a way in which hopefully we can put some money back into the Lily Foundation and, help it keep going and help it keep helping people, because that's the most important thing about this. And along the way, we can also, get through another night in this endless lockdown. And so on with the quiz. Now, before the quiz, I've got a few things that I want to say. It is an old-fashioned, I should warn you, my printer is broken, so I am reading the quiz off my phone. I do apologize for that. But it's an old-fashioned pub quiz, pen and paper, relying on honesty and fun. Come on, guys, play the game. Answers given, a chance to mark at the end of each round. 6 rounds with 8 questions in each round. Now, at 8 o'clock, there will be a pause in this for the NHS clap, which is obviously a brilliant thing. We all know what an amazing job the NHS are doing at this time. And so we'll be taking a break for that. There are 2 specific mentions I meant to. There are actually more than that, aren't there? But let's make 2 mentions for now. Happy 21st birthday to Beth Ann Williams, and thank you so much for your generous donation. And also, this is the 2nd anniversary of Tyrion's death from mitochondrial disease at the age of 22. It's National Unicorn Day today. I didn't know that was a thing, but it is a thing. It's a special day for a special Lily family, Helen, Steve, and Dylan Ray. Their daughter Tyrion, or Tizzy, passed away 2 years ago at the age of 22, and National Unicorn Day marks the day that she lost her battle with mitochondrial disease 2 years ago, just 22 years old. So just so much love from all at Lily to Helen, Steve, and Dylan. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Now, just a few things to remind you before the quiz starts. Please donate. That it would be so helpful if you could donate to the charity. It means the world to them. They're working so hard to keep things going in this tough time. There's a Just Giving link in the YouTube description below or via the website. So all you need to do is go below the YouTube, look at the Just Giving link, click on it, donate some money. I'm not going to say, that the karma will lead to the questions being easier for you, but if that's the way you want to view it, that's the way you want to do it. Any amount will do. £5 is the price of a pint and a packet of crisps. And let's be honest, we've all been spending less on pints in the last few weeks. You have that money. £10. Why not £10? Etc. etc. £400. Why not £400? Whatever you want to donate is hugely, hugely appreciated. Even £5 means the world. You can subscribe to Lily Foundation YouTube channel to receive notifications of upcoming live events. Share and tell friends and family. Ask viewers to share the link to the quiz and encourage their families to join in too. Please. I just read out what I was told to read there. I didn't actually do it. I actually read out the instruction to me to do it. That is one of the worst pieces of presenting that's ever happened. Donate so that I don't go through that again. Genuinely, share it. Get friends and family doing this. There's 1,100 of you already here this week. Let's make it the same. Let's make it more every week. And finally, you can find out more about the charity by visiting lilyfoundation.org.uk. Next week's host will be Tim Vine, who is absolutely brilliant. But for now, this week's host is me. So, on with the quiz. Sharpen your pencils. Round 1 is general knowledge. There are 8 questions in this round. Question 1. How is 2020, this year, represented in Roman numerals? How is 2020 represented in Roman numerals? I tell you what, as we're going, I will tell you whether I had any idea of the answer, and I can tell you now, I would already be 0 for 1. I have no idea of the answer, although looking at it is quite easy. I should have got it. How is 2020 represented in Roman numerals? Number 2, I like the person who's put, I am so effed already on the chat. Number 2, who earned the nickname Slow Hand? I knew that. Who earned the nickname Slow Hand? Number 2, who earned the nickname Slow Hand? Number 3, who is often called the father of the computer? Who is often called the father of the computer? I didn't know. I'd be 1 out of 3 so far. Who's often called the father of the computer? You can always note them down, come back to them before the end of the round. Number 4, what is the minimum age a UK citizen can stand for election in the House of Commons? Minimum age to stand for election. I mean, I'd have had a guess at this. I reckon you can guess this one, guys. Come on. Minimum age, stand for election, House of Commons. Yeah, stop arguing. Good, got it. Number 5. Who was the first woman ever to win a Nobel Prize? Who was the first woman ever to win a Nobel Prize? Little clue for you, it was in 1903. 117 years ago, if anyone was there. First woman to win a Nobel Prize, 1903. Got that one? I mean, I don't know who I'm asking. Got that one? Good. Question 6. Which auto brand was the first to offer seat belts? Come on. No one's getting that, are they? I'll give you a clue. It is an auto brand I've never heard of. I have never heard of it. Which auto brand? I couldn't have guessed this because I've never heard these words together before. Which auto brand is the first to offer seat belts? That was which auto brand is the first to offer seat belts? Okay, next question. Pizza Express opened their first restaurant in 1965. On which London street did they open it? I've got this. Pizza Express opened their first restaurant in 1965. On which London street did they open it? Pizza Express opened their first restaurant in 1965. On which London street did they open it? It's quite relaxing being a quiz host when you can't see anyone there, because you can just have a kind of chill out between the questions while everyone else argues. Pizza Express, first restaurant, 1965. Which London street? And finally, to complete the round, which element is said to keep bones strong? Which element is said to keep bones strong? Which element is said to keep bones strong? That is the first round. In case I rushed the first ones there, I would just read through all of the questions again, and then we will take the break for the clap, and then we will come back with the answers. So they were: 1, how is 2020 represented in Roman numerals? 2, who earned the nickname Slow Hand? 3, who is often called the father of the computer? 4, what is the minimum age of a UK citizen to stand for election in the House of Commons? 5, who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903? 6, which auto brand was the first to offer seatbelts? 7, Pizza Express opened their first restaurant in 1965, but on which London street was it? And 8, which element is said to keep bones strong? Okay, that is the first round. There were 8 questions there. We're now going to take a short break for the NHS clap. There has already been £4,600 raised. Genuinely, that is amazing, guys. That is so brilliant. We'll take a break for the NHS clap. Remember, you can donate below the video there. Donate there whenever you get the opportunity. If you've done all your answers and you've done the clap, donate. I'll be back in 3 minutes with the answers. See you then. Goodbye. That is brilliant, as always. Thank you to everyone. If you work for the NHS, thank you so much for all of your hard work. Right, let's do the answers to round one. Okay, 2020 in Roman numerals is MMXX. MM, contrary to popular belief, name not given due to his guitar playing, which is of course fast, but because of audiences giving him a slow hand clash. I wouldn't have got that. Charles Babbage. Number 4, age you can become an MP. 18. I've been told people are still clapping, so I shouldn't be doing the I agree with you, Sharina. I should just wait off on the answers. Okay. Shall we start the answers again? Should we give you 1 more minute? 1 more minute for the answers. Apparently, I have frozen. I don't know what. Have I unfrozen now? Someone tell me if I'm unfrozen? Yes. Thank you, Emily. Okay. Hopefully, everyone is back. I'll give you the answers, and then if anyone hasn't got the answer, I mean, it's a long old clap if you're not back now, isn't it? Okay. Here we go. Here are the answers. MMXX is 2020 in Roman numerals. MMXX. Eric Clapton is slow hand. The father of the computer is Charles Babbage. Age you can become an MP, 18. 18. The first woman to win the Nobel Prize, Marie Curie. The auto brand, the first to offer seatbelts, was Nash Motors in 1949. Absolutely no idea what that means. I know what 1949 means on Nash Motors. Never heard of it. First Pizza Express, Wardour Street. We've all been there. It's a wonderful Pizza Express. Great chain. Love it. Great Pizza Express. It's the Pizza Express Jazz Club. And finally, okay. That is round 1. Tot up your scores. Between each round, I would like to say it would be great. Is it buffering and frozen again? Between each round, I would like to say if you want to donate, it's said to keep bones strong. That is calcium. Calcium is the answer to number 8. Thank you for the live chat. Otherwise, I would never know that my internet really isn't that good. Okay, round 2, sport. This is my round. Sport, question 1. On Friday, March 13th, all professional football in England was suspended. As of today, who is the last player to score in the Premier League? Last player to score in the Premier League before it was suspended. Last player to score in the Premier League. People seem to have on average 4, 3, 5. Thank you for the person putting up the answers for me. The spelling of Wardour Street hints that they aren't from London. The professional footballer who scored the last goal before the end of the Premier League. Who was that? Okay. Lots of 5s. Everyone's in it. Right. Next question. In football, the former Plymouth Argyle goalkeeper, Peter Shilton, holds the record number of appearances for the England national team. But among the outfield players, who has the highest number of caps without scoring a goal? That's tough. So what we're looking for, not Peter Shilton, outfield player, highest number of caps for England, having never scored for the country. As you can tell also, by the way, guys, I haven't had a haircut in quite a while, and it is playing on my mind. Normally I'm all right around the house, but tonight I'm looking at a picture of my own hair. Okay, so The England player with the most caps who's never scored for the national team. Question 3. In January this year, Los Angeles Lakers legend Kobe Bryant tragically passed away at the age of 41. Discounting playoff games, where does he sit on the all-time career scoring list in the NBA? That is tough. I'm going to say that is tough, but I'm not really into basketball. So what we want is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, whatever you want. It's one of those. And where does Kobe Bryant sit on the all-time NBA scorers? Someone said, where's the rugby league question? I have bad news. So we've had, where does Kobe Bryant sit on the all-time NBA scorers? It was question 3 in the sport round. Question 4. In June 2019, Anthony Joshua suffered his first professional defeat in the boxing ring at the hands of Andy Ruiz Jr. In which round did referee Michael Griffin call a stop to the action, giving Ruiz Jr. a technical knockout? Which round was the action stopped, giving it a technical knockout? Enjoying the comments. Which round did Anthony Joshua get stopped when he was defeated by Ruiz Jr. Last June? Question 5. Despite Australia's retention of the urn, the 2016 Ashes series will be best remembered for Ben Stokes' heroics in the third test at Headingley, in which his second innings score was 135 not out, claimed a near impossible win for England. Who was his partner at the crease who scored 1 not out in the 10th wicket stand of 75? So the Headingley third test where Ben Stokes scored 135 not out. Who was his partner at the crease? Scored 1 run for the 10th wicket stand of 75. Tail ender. I was at the World Cup final, which Ben Stokes also almost single-handedly won. And I was so drunk, I had no idea why we'd won. Not one of the questions. Okay, question 6. In 2019, the Women's World Cup saw England advance to the semi-finals, where they were beaten 2-1 by the USA. Who missed the crucial late penalty to level the game for Phil Neville's side? Who was sent off for a yellow card, second yellow card late on? And who scored England's only goal in the game? 3 points on offer here. Who missed the late penalty? Who was sent off? And who scored England's only goal in the game? I mean, 3 points there, guys. 3 points. Who missed the crucial late penalty? Who was sent off for a second yellow card? And who scored England's only goal in the game? After scoring the USA's second goal to put them back in front at 2-1, Megan Rapinoe celebrated, attracted controversy. What did she do? What did Megan Rapinoe, I think it is, what did she do to celebrate after scoring the USA's second goal? Controversially, I was fine with it. I was fine with it. Sport, chill out, guys. What was Megan Rapinoe's controversial celebration? Question 8, final question of the round. A lot of hype. In commentator Joe Rogan's declaration that she would beat Floyd Mayweather in the octagon. However, after amassing a 12-0 record between 2011 and 2015, she was knocked out in a huge upset in UFC 193. By whom was she beaten? I didn't understand any of that. So the question is, Ronda Rousey in UFC, which is Ultimate Fighting Champion, got a 12-0 record between 2011 and 2015. But she was knocked out. Finding it difficult. If you're finding it easy, other people will be finding it easy. Don't panic either way. Okay, that is the end of that round. While you fill in any blanks you've got, I'll just run you through what the 8 questions were very quickly. The first one was the last professional player to score in the Premier League before it was suspended. Then the England player with the most amount of caps who's never scored for his country. Where Kobe Bryant was in the NBA all-time scorers. Number 4, the round Anthony Joshua was technically knocked out in by Andy Ruiz. Number 5, who was with Ben Stokes at the crease. B and C, who missed the late penalty, who was sent off, and who scored England's goal when they lost in the semi-final of the World Cup. What did Megan Rapinoe do as her celebration for the second goal? And in MMA, who beat Ronda Rousey, who is Max's best friend, and he was introduced by him to the Lily Foundation. Max works for MCR Media, who does a lot of print work for Lily and his family, Emily, Charlotte, and Will. Hello to you all. Okay, the answers to that round. The Premier League player was Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes. Leicester. Number 2, England player, most caps, no goal. Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole. I keep getting them buffering a lot. I don't know what I can do about that. I do apologise. If you miss any of the questions or the answers, do put it up. Number 3, the LA Lakers legend was Kobe Bryant, who came fourth. Round 7 for Anthony Joshua, Millie Bright and Ellen White. Megan Rapinoe imitated drinking a cup of tea. And Holly Holm was the victor in UFC. If you haven't got any of them due to buffering, quickly again, Harvey Barnes, Ashley Cole, 4th for Kobe Bryant, round 7. Jack Leach, Steph Houghton, Millie Bright and Ellen White, imitated drinking a cup of tea, and Holly Holm. Jack Leach was the cricket answer. Okay. Yes, someone said, shall we put all the questions and answers in the live chat? If there aren't any you've got, please say. Okay. Everyone seems to have got scores, so that would hint that all the answers have come through. Okay, music is the next round. Music. First question. The first episode of Top of the Pops was aired in which year? The first episode of Top of the Pops was aired in which year? There's some load of Top of the Pops was aired in which year? What was Madonna's first UK chart hit? What was Madonna's first UK chart hit? What was Madonna's first UK chart hit? UK chart hit? Easy one, this. Parachutes was the debut album from which group? Parachutes was the debut album from which group? You Keep Me Hanging On was a 1960... Oh, we'll do that again, actually. Parachutes was the debut album for which group? I went on too quickly because I knew it. For once, I knew it, so I went on. Very selfish. Some people might not know who it is. Parachutes was the debut album for which group? You Keep Me Hanging On was a 1966 hit for which group? You Keep Me Hanging On was a 1966 hit for which group? Okay. What sort of love did Leona Lewis? What sort of love did Leona Lewis sing about in her 2007 bestseller? What sort of love did Leona Lewis sing about in her 2007 bestseller? So the title is Something Love. It's a type of love, not, you know. What was the title? Blank Love. Stephen McKenzie, you're doing an excellent job of putting the questions up as we go. Thank you for that. People can see that in the live chat. Excellent work, Stephen McKenzie, because I do still have dial-up internet. I do apologise. I just like that retro feel. Okay. Type of love, Leona Lewis, 2007. Question 6. Boy in the Corner was an award-winning Mercury Music Prize winning, in fact, album by which rapper and grime artist? Boy in the Corner, the winner of the Mercury Music Prize, was the debut album for which rapper? Stephen McKenzie going down very well on the chat for basically being my secretary, and I do thank you, Stephen McKenzie. Nicola Hare says, dial-up, seriously? No, I was joking, obviously. I don't have dial-up, just to be clear on that. Boy in the Corner was a Mercury and other award-winning album for which rapper? I reckon that was about 2003, if that helps. It's not part of the question. Which singer-songwriter, Scottish singer-songwriter, had a 2019 hit with Someone You Loved? Stephen getting a lot of love. Rightfully so. Just found out Stephen wrote the questions. Steve McKenzie actually wrote the questions. I've just been texted that information. So all the people that were saying the questions are really difficult and are now thanking Stephen. It really is mixed messages. I'd say thank you, Stephen. He knows a lot, doesn't he, old Stephen McKenzie? And one of the things he knows is which Scottish singer-songwriter, had a 2019 hit with Someone You Loved. Someone's put We Hate Stephen. It really is a roller coaster being Stephen McKenzie tonight. He's going to struggle to sleep, the adrenaline pumping through his veins from all the praise and abuse. And the final question in this round. 2 of the biggest hits of 1985 UK singles chart were Boom 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 and Don't Stop, open brackets, Wiggle Wiggle, close brackets. But which American hip-hop duo were behind them? I think that should be in 1995, shouldn't it, Stephen? Stephen, I think that's 1995. Two biggest hits were Boom 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 and Don't Stop Wiggle Wiggle. But which American hip-hop duo? He's written 1985. I think it was 1995 because I remember it and I would have been 2. I'm going to Google that. Do apologise. Do apologise. Yeah, that's 1995. Might be 1990. Ignore the year. Ignore the year. There you go. Nicola O'Hare says Wiggle Wiggle was the #1 when I was 12 in April 1995. Yeah, it was 1995. So there we go. Stephen's roller coaster continues tonight. Oh, Stephen. Apologies accepted, Stephen. Thank you very much. So, in 1995, Boom 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 and Don't Stop Wiggle Wiggle were by an American hip-hop duo. Their 2 biggest hits. What was the name of the hip-hop duo? Boom Boom Boom, Let Me Hear You Say Wayo was the actual way the chorus went. So, let's recap those 8 questions quickly. First episode of Top of the Pops. What year was it aired? Madonna's first UK chart hit. What was it? Parachutes was the debut album by which group? And best album. You Keep Me Hanging On was a 1966 hit for which Motown group? What Sort of Love did Leona Lewis sing about in her 2007 bestseller? Boy in the Corner, award-winning album for which rapper? Which Scottish songwriter, this is #7, had a 2019 hit with Someone You Loved? And 2 of the biggest hits of 1985 UK singles chart, 1995, Boom 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 and Don't Stop Wiggle Wiggle. Who were they by? So, should we have the answers? Let's have the answers. Okay. The first answer, Top of the Pops, 1964. 1964. A year after the first Beatles #1, which is 1963. Extra fact. Not on the, just know it. It's the kind of life I have. Madonna's first UK chart hit was Holiday. It was Holiday. You might remember her performing it on the Tube, not on the London Underground, on the Tube at the Hacienda. The Tube hosted by Jules Holland and Paula Yates. That was her first UK TV performance. See, this is around where I actually know extra stuff about it. Parachutes, debut album by which group? Coldplay. Coldplay, debut album, Parachutes. 10 tracks long. There's your extra fact on that. You Keep Me Hanging On in 1966 was a hit for the Supremes. The Supremes. Diana Ross was due to play the Legend slot at Glastonbury this year. There you go. Extra fact. Going to struggle on the next one for an extra fact. Leona Lewis sung about bleeding love. Leona Lewis sung about bleeding love. Nada. Nothing on that. Bleeding Love, Leona Lewis. What a grim title. Boy in the Corner, Dizzy Rascal. Dizzy Rascal, Boy in the Corner. For a bit of colour, we grew up just a couple of miles down the road from where I'm doing this quiz in East London. Scottish singer-songwriter in 2019 had Someone You Loved as a hit. Was Lewis Capaldi. Lewis Capaldi. And finally, boom, 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 and don't stop, wiggle, wiggle, were the Out Here Brothers. The Out Here Brothers. There we go. That completes the round. So if you want to add up your scores, get them together. While you do that, let's have some shout outs. Billy Bolton is 61 today. It's his 61st birthday, and he has kindly donated £61, which I'm presuming is not a coincidence. Congratulations, happy birthday, Billy, and thanks so much for your generous donation. If people do want to donate, you can donate Just Giving here, the Just Giving. Please do donate. The last we had it was we're over £5,000 now. We're over £5,000. Keep the donations coming in, please. Between the rounds, there's a chance to donate. It's such a good cause, genuinely, and this is such a tough time for small charities like the Lily Foundation. So please, by being here and supporting them, that means the world to them. And just every little donation, there's over 1,000 of you. If you can give even £5, that means the world. And can we have some more shout outs? Happy birthday to Lou Fuller for today. Lou Fuller, happy birthday. And Vanessa Mayo for Sunday. Vanessa Mayo for Sunday. 40th birthday to the marvellous mito mum, Lucy Pond, who lost her little boy, Aiden, at just 18 months old. Happy 40th birthday to Lucy Pond. And yes, Debs and Neil, shout out. They're amazing. Debs and Neil, shout out to you too. Thank you, everyone, for being involved. Thank you to those people. And also, well, what we're going to do, we're going to just, between the rounds, we've just got another one through. Julia and Jarek, thank you for joining. Hello. Thank you for joining, Julia and Jarek. Hello. Let's take a very swift toilet stroke drink break, and then we will be back with rounds 4 and 5. If you don't need the toilet, don't need a drink, spend that time to donate. Spend that time to donate. You're not going to go out this weekend, as Bob Geldof said at Live Aid. Don't go down the pub. Don't go down the pub. Just, and I can't finish that, give us your effing money, as he said. It was a little rude, but anything you spare means the world to us. Okay, we're going to have a 3-minute toilet and drink break, and then we will be back with round 4. If you want to revise for round 4, it is on movie taglines. You have 3 minutes to read your movie taglines. See them. Welcome back. Do you know what? I'm just going to get a bit of chocolate. Wait there. If it looks like I'm rudely texting at points, it's because I am on a WhatsApp group with Janet, Claire, and Liz, who have organised this quiz. They've done a huge job organising this and also running the Lily Foundation. So a huge shout out and lots of appreciation to them. Just a few trails before we move on. Trails, that's a very TV word, isn't it? So donate. Please donate. Keep donating. It all goes to a good cause. It's all hugely appreciated. And there will be another quiz next Thursday with the brilliant Tim Vines, one of the funniest men in Britain. He's a really great guy. He supports the Lily Foundation. He's, I think he's hosted the ball before. Please do be here next Thursday. I'm going to say it, he's got better Wi-Fi than me. He's got better Wi-Fi than me. And also go onto the Lily website if you want to find out more about them, and also sign up to follow the YouTube channel because that is where you will, get videos from the Lily Foundation and find out what they're up to. And also anyone that you think would enjoy the quiz, please get them along next week. This is the first of 4. This is the pilot, to use a term. This is, we're ironing out the kinks. Next week it'll be even better. And if you thought Stephen did a good job this week, next week he's going to have taken this roller coaster on board. The questions will be perfect, rather than the 97% hit rate he got this week. Thank you again to Stephen for writing the quiz. Thank you everyone who's involved. Let's get on with round 4. It is film taglines, movie taglines. 8 questions. I'm going to give you a movie tagline. Someone's just put, Bob Geldof never said give us your effing money. That was a myth. If that's the bit of trivia I get wrong tonight, I do apologise. Did he not say that? That was a myth. I'm sure I've seen that clip. Is that one of those things where you think you've seen it? Right, let's get on with the quiz. First one. The movie tagline, I'll give you, all I want is the film. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Please don't argue about whether Bob Geldof said that phrase. That is not what we need to be doing. There's a lot of people saying he did, a lot of people saying he didn't. Let's agree to disagree. Do you know, if the Lily Foundation people that are running it, if you could just Google and double check the exact words that Bob Geldof said at Live Aid, and I will say them between the next 2 rounds. But while we are here, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, which film was that a tagline of? And let's give a shout out also. 50th birthday this weekend. Happy 50th, Sasha Rock. It was my birthday yesterday, and I've got to say, what a way to spend it. Genuinely, an absolute classic birthday. Really, when you know that you can't go out on your birthday. Ooh. Okay. Happy birthday. Happy 50th, Sasha. Question 1. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I almost said what the film was then. Right. That was a good, that's a point. Come on. Question 2. If Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. If Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. If Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. Which film was that the tagline for? Okay, question 3. Why did I put that chocolate in then? That was so silly. Question 3 is, what if Peter Pan grew up? What if Peter Pan grew up? I'll try and do the ones from the, do you know what? There's people looking at though. What if Peter Pan grew up? I saw that one at the cinema. One of the first films I went to see. Rubbish. Not a good film. What if Peter Pan grew up? Okay. Number 4. The classic story of power and the press. The classic story of power and the press. All the ones in the live chat are flying past me, so they're going to try and note them down, and then I'll do shout-outs between each round. I do apologise if I missed them. Too busy trying to remember what Bob Geldof said at Band Aid. Live Aid, before I get any complaints about that, Band Aid was the band that did the song. Number 4, the classic story of power and the press. This widely considered, argued, often to be the greatest movie ever, if that helps. Number 5, does for rock and roll what the Sound of Music did for Hills. Does for rock and roll what the Sound of Music did for Hills. Sorry, Jack, if you think that that was a great film, the one before, I do apologise. We're all entitled to an opinion. Does for rock and roll what the Sound of Music did for Hills. Great film, one of the great, if not the greatest comedy film. Okay, here's afraid, here's alone, here's 3 million light years from home. He's afraid, he is alone, he is 3 million light years from home. He's afraid, he's alone, he's 3 million light years from home. Question 7. To enter the mind of a killer, she must challenge the mind of a madman. To enter the mind of a killer, she must challenge the mind of a madman. To enter the mind of a killer, she must challenge the mind of a madman. To enter the mind of a killer, she must challenge the mind of a madman. So it's our dairy milk. It is green and black, 85% dark chocolate, because I'm growing up. I'm growing up. I hope that is helpful to the quiz. And the final one, number 7, was to enter the mind of a killer. She must challenge the mind of a madman. Number 8, there are 3.7 trillion fish in the ocean. They're looking for one. That's a great one. There are 3.7 trillion fish in the ocean. They're looking for one. There are 3.7 trillion fish in the ocean. They're looking for one. Okay, I'm just going to recap those questions, and then you can just fill in any blanks that you've got. So the 8 movie taglines are: a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Number 2, if Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. Number 3, what if Peter Pan grew up? Number 4, the classic story of power and the press. Number 5, does for rock and roll what the Sound of Music did for Hills. Number 6, he is afraid he is alone. He's 3 million light years from home. Number 7, to enter the mind of a killer, she must challenge the mind of a madman. And number 8, there are 3.7 trillion fish in the ocean. They're looking for one. Okay, while you fill in any blanks, let's do some shout outs. Okay, so Emma and Jez from the Tana project in Brighton. Lots of staff listening who are youth workers looking after children in Brighton. Shout out to you guys. Claire Mile in Brighton, who is a midwife and on the front line with COVID-19. A massive thank you for all the hard work you're doing and everything. That's just unbelievable. Thank you. Okay, Paul Hiles, 33 yesterday. Happy birthday, Paul. Hope you had a lovely birthday. We share a birthday, Paul. Aries. Next one. Hello to Steph Borland, who's playing along in Norway. Hello, Steph. I have no idea. Are you in lockdown in Norway? I don't know, but I thank you for playing along. Shout out for Claire Gore, who working so hard today for the NHS. Just everyone who works for the NHS, just so amazing. Thank you, Claire Gore. We're hoping that Claire joins our board of directors when this is all over. Leonore White, shout out to Paul. Happy birthday, Paul. Shout out to the amazing Mito family, Kelly, Mark, Sophie and Molly, who are on lockdown to keep their Mito warrior, Sophie, safe. Keep safe, guys. Happy 33rd wedding anniversary to Diane and Steve. Happy wedding anniversary, Diane and Steve. Shout out to the North Waltham crew getting together over Zoom for Arthur Banks, who has mitochondrial disease and lives in the village. The whole village are getting together over Zoom to do this. Shout out to the North Waltham crew. I don't know where North Waltham is, but good on you guys. Kelvin Hart, happy 44th birthday today. 44. Will Hobson, happy birthday. Frontline, happy birthday to Frontline Palliative Care Nurse Leanne. Happy 41st birthday. And shout out to Team Charlie. Thank you to everyone. You can still donate here. Please do donate. We won't get into the Bob Geldof thing again. Right, answers. Have we done the answers on this? I don't know if we haven't done the answers on this, no. Okay. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars. Nancy doesn't wake up, screaming, Nightmare on Elm Street. What if Peter Pan grew up? Hook. The classic story of Power in the Press, Citizen Kane. This is Spinal Tap, is the Sound of Music, what it did for Hills. He's Afraid He's Alone is E.T. To Enter the Mind of a Killer is The Silence of the Lambs. And there are 3.7 trillion fish in the ocean is Finding Nemo. There we go. I'll let you tot up your scores while you do that. Happy 12th birthday to William Scott. Happy 12th birthday, William. Very glad I didn't swear when I did the Bob Geldof thing now. And we are currently on £6,800. Okay, so that's brilliant. We were on 3,000 at the start. We've gone, £6,800 that charity didn't have at the start of the evening. Let's push for 8,000. Let's see if we can get 8,000 tonight. And if we get 8,000, that would be an amazing, amazing achievement. So we need £1,200 more. Even a fiver towards that will help so much. Donate here. Donate here. Just giving. Just donate there. And we can get there, guys. We can get there. That'd be such a good achievement. There's 1,000 of you here. Thank you so much for all being here. Shout out to Reese celebrating his 25th birthday tomorrow in Warlingham. Shout out to Reese. Donna Elwell, who trained to run a marathon on to celebrate her Mito warrior Harry's 10th birthday. Keep going for all those who trained so hard. Keep going. And is also happy birthday to Sam. It's his 37th birthday. Okay, 2 rounds left. The next round is food and drink. That was a better round for people. Good scores in that round. Right. What herb is used to make pesto sauce? Pesto. What herb is used to make pesto? We all love it. We all love it. What herb is used to make pesto? What herb is used to make pesto? Give you a clue? It's green. It's green. I would have got this one, by the way. What herb is used to make pesto? Savoy, late flat Dutch, and early Jersey Wakefield are varieties of which vegetable? Savoy, late flat Dutch, and early Jersey are varieties of which vegetable? Sorry, there wasn't something on the ceiling. I'm just looking at a laptop down like that for so long. Just need to stretch my neck out. I do apologise. Savoy, late flat Dutch, and early Jersey Wakefield are varieties of which vegetable? Extra clue on that one. If you are to believe the Crown, it is also Prince Philip's nickname for the Queen. Is that a clue? Maybe. Savoy, late flat Dutch, and early Jersey Wakefield are varieties of which vegetable? Number 3, kedgeree is usually eaten at which time of day? So what we're looking for there is which meal of the day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snack. They're your options. Obviously, dinner goes by various names, depending on which part of the country you are from. Kedgeree is usually eaten which meal of the day? The next one I wouldn't have got. The next one I wouldn't have got. But let's say that kedgeree is usually eaten Which meal of the day? That is a good question. I would have tormented myself over that one. Question 4. What are the real names of TV's hairy bikers? What are the real names of TV's hairy bikers? And I'm going to say it. I've met them and I didn't know the answer. Do apologise to them. I can't do it by name because it would give the answer away. What are the real names of TV's hairy bikers? What are the real names of TV's hairy bikers? Says first names okay or full names? Stephen is saying full names. He is an absolute pedant for these things. Full names of the hairy bikers. I'm going to say you can have half a point for each hairy biker, but we all need full names. Hope I haven't ruined the quiz by offering half a point. Okay, the wine-growing Moselle Valley region lies in which 3 countries? It lies in which 3 countries? The wine-growing Moselle Valley region lies in which 3 countries? Stephen, is it a point for each or is it 1 point if you get all 3 right? I don't think it should be a point for each myself, because then you get 3 points if you know it. But Stephen will adjudicate on that. The wine-growing Moselle Valley region lies in which 3 countries? Stephen, 1 point for each. Oh, 3 points on offer there. 1 point for each. The wine-growing Moselle Valley region lies in which 3 countries? Think there. What a region, Where is there lots of close countries that grow grapes to make wine? We're on 7,100. That is amazing. 7,100. 900 quid will get us to £8,000. Do donate. Here, we've just been generous enough to give out 3 points for 1 question. So, that's our generosity. The wine-growing Moselle Valley region lies in which 3 countries? Question 6. Charles Alderton invented which soft drink? Charles Alderton invented which soft drink? I've never done a quiz before where I've got the least on sport. It's always my strength, but this is it. This is the first time it's happened. Food and drink, normally not good for me. I'd have nailed it. But not that one. But that one's coming out. And the films, I was good on the films, I was good on the music. Whew, I was bad on sport. I was so bad. Charles Alderton invented which soft drink? Which soft drink was invented by Charles Alderton? Some tension. Number 7. What type of food is Monterey Jack? What type of food is Monterey Jack? What type of food is Monterey Jack? Gettable, that one. What type of food is Monterey Jack? And finally this round, the juice from which fruit is used for hollandaise sauce? The juice from which fruit is used for hollandaise sauce? The juice from which fruit is used for hollandaise sauce? I'm not going to lie to you, I just got lost in a bit of thought then about whether I should, as soon as the quiz is over, go onto the chat box in Sky and see if there's a way of improving my Wi-Fi. Does anyone who's doing this work for Sky? Feel free to put it in the live chat. We can talk about it. Question 8. Juice from which fruit is used for hollandaise sauce? Okay, I'm going to do a quick recap of those questions. They are: which herb was used to make pesto sauce? Which herb is used to make pesto sauce? Savoy, late flat Dutch, and early Jersey Wakefield are varieties of which vegetable? Kedgeree is usually eaten at what time of day? What are the real names of TV's Hairy Bikers' full names? The wine-growing Moselle Valley region lies in which 3 countries? Point for each. Stephen, is there a point for each on the Hairy Bikers, or are we going for... He'll put that in there, and I will adjudicate when he does. Charles Alderson invented which soft drink? What type of food is Monterey Jack? And the juice from which fruit is used for hollandaise sauce? Okay, if you just... any answers you don't have, feel free to have a chat about them now. I'm just going to do some shout-outs. Okay, where did we get to last time? 6,800. Right. Shout out to Reese, who's celebrating his 25th birthday tomorrow in Warlingham. Shout out, hello Reese, 25 tomorrow. Have a great birthday. Donna Elwell, who trained to run the marathon to celebrate her mitochondrial warrior Harry's 10th birthday. Keep going, all those who trained hard. Shout out to Team Waitman's, 6 teams playing. 6 teams, good luck to one of you. Shout out to Team Hope. Happy 60th, Chambers in Chelmsford. Brett and Kaylee Carroll. Hello, Brett and Kaylee Carroll. Hello to the Gregory family, who are shielding their mito warrior Isabel safe. Hello to the Gregory family. Shout out to Brett, Will, Tom and Dave, who are running the Scunthorpe Half Marathon, or were running the Scunthorpe Half Marathon. Rob Wadsworth in South Yorkshire, great work for students, home learning for students. Maya Flynn, who's working hard on the NHS. Hello, Maya. Thank you for all of your hard work. Shout out to Team James in Hemel Hempstead. Hello, Team James. Shout out to Charlie, who's staying up late to play the quiz, inspired by younger brother Henry, who is a mito warrior. And happy 25th birthday to Rebecca Martin. Shout out to the amazing Aidan Gainley, who runs the best pub in London, the Horse and Groom, and hosts all our post-London run celebrations. Becky, Helen and Joe in Abingdon. Very nice, Abingdon. Happy 11th birthday, Olivia. Mito Warrior Max and Sister Freya, who had lockdown birthdays last week. Happy birthday to all of you and anyone whose birthday is in this lockdown. Someone's put, stop cheating, Brett Carroll. Stop cheating, Brett Carroll. The Arbor Bardo, massive hello to them. And shout out to frontline staff, Erin and Niall. Hello, Erin and Niall. Team Renio, shout out to you, and shout out to the dance mums in Brighton. Thank you everyone for taking part. We are currently on £7,400. That is so much money. It's so helpful for the charity. If you want to give, you can give just there on the Just Giving link. We would love to get to £8,000 tonight. We would love to get to £8,000. And also, happy 65th birthday to Janine. Happy 65th birthday. Okay, also you can go to the Lily Foundation website if you want more info on the charity. Follow them on YouTube so you get all the new videos. You keep up to date with that. And also, this is happening every Thursday. We've got Tim Vine next week, then Jonathan Pierce, and then we've got Alan Davis. These are great hosts. They're giving up their time for these people are writing the quiz. It's a great thing for a great charity. Please come back and support, and please spread the word. We're all in. We're all looking for things to do. We're all looking for things to bring ourselves together. What better way to do that than by doing something that helps such a brilliant charity? So please spread the word. Right. The answers to this question, to the food and drink round, are: pesto sauce is made from basil. It's made from basil. Savoy, late flat Dutch, and early Jersey Wakefield are types of cabbage. They are types of cabbage. Also, what Prince Philip calls the Queen in The Crown, and presumably is based on truth. I would find that astonishing if they made that up. Kedgeree is eaten for breakfast. European dish, chiefly of fish, rice, and hard-boiled eggs. The real names of the Hairy Bikers are David Myers and Cy King. Shout out to David Myers and Cy King. The wine grain region of the Moselle Valley: France, Germany, Luxembourg. The big three. 3 points available there. Charles Alderton invented Dr. Pepper. Charles Alderton invented Dr. Pepper. What type of food is Monterey Jack? It is cheese. It's cheese. Monterey Jack is cheese. The juice from which fruit is used in hollandaise sauce? Lemon. So again, pesto is basil. Number 2, cabbage. Kedgeree, breakfast. The Hairy Bikers, David Myers and Cy King. The wine growing region: France, Germany, Luxembourg. Charles Alderton invented Dr. Pepper. Monterey Jack is a cheese. And lemon juice is used in hollandaise sauce. Okay, the final round is coming up. Final round is coming up. Still donate there. I don't want to get boring on the subject. If you've already donated, thank you so much. Thank you so much if you've already donated. It means the world to a brilliant, brilliant charity. Some more shout outs. 12th birthday. Happy birthday, Stefan. Jonathan Pierce, obviously, who is hosting one of these, is Lily's uncle and is a founding president of the charity. He's done so much for the charity. His auctions every year at the Ball are just brilliant, and they raise so much for the charity. And the Crumbling Gits are watching tonight. Happy birthday, and NHS shout out to Caro in Portishead. Thank you to Lily's cousin Sam for writing the sports questions. Alex and fiance Emily, thank you. Shout out to the Smith family. Hello, the O'Neill Carter family. Shout out to Pidge. Elvin family in Caterham, shout out. Hello to the Lally family and cousins. Kelly and Throws in Norfolk. David Salter, who's just recovered from coronavirus. Well done, David. There we go. Right. The final round is games. Games. FIDE is the governing body of which game? FIDE or FIDE is the governing body of which game? FIDE is the governing body of which game? William Moore has said happy 9th birthday to Becky Johnson. Happy birthday, Becky. FIDE is the governing body of which game? What is the name? Number 2, what is the game Rochambeau known as in Britain? What is the game Rochambeau in Britain? Just going to refill my glass of water. What is the name game Rochambeau known as in Britain? The question was, what is the game Rochambeau known as in Britain? Question 3. What popular name was invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? What popular game was invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? What popular game was invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? What popular game is invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? What popular game is invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? What popular game is invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? Guys, we are on 7,800. We're so close to the target of 8,000. Thank you so much. You are just generous, brilliant people. It means the world to the charity. If you still want to donate, you can here at the Just Giving page. We're £200 off the target. Thank you so much. Question 4. In Scrabble, how much is the letter X worth? Scrabble, how much is the letter X worth? In Scrabble, how much is the letter X worth? In Scrabble, how much for an X? Between 1 and 10, I'll give you that. It's tough, the games round, isn't it? I'm not really into games. I think that's my problem. Don't like Scrabble. Not good at it. How much for an X, though? Question 5. Especially popular in China, what 4-player games are played using 136 or 144 tiles? Especially popular in China. What 4-player games are played using 136 or 144 tiles? So I wasn't charging my laptop, right? That's not the reason for the buffering. That's an unrelated. Especially in China, what 4-player game is played using 136 or 144 tiles? Never played it, if that's a clue. If you know what I've played. Doubt you do. Be creepy if you did. Question 6. Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus are 2 of the 3 yellow squares on Monopoly. What is the third? Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus are 2 of the 3 popular squares on Monopoly. Popular yellow squares on Monopoly. What is the third? They're not particularly popular, the yellows, are they? They're middling. I don't actually know where this street is, this one, in real life. Leicester Square, Piccadilly Circus are 2 of the 3 yellow squares on Monopoly. What is the third? Are they yellow, are they? Haven't played in years. Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus are 2 of the 3 yellow squares on Monopoly. What is the third? Multiple choice, question 7. Multiple choice. Penultimate question of the quiz. Penultimate question of the quiz. How many holes are there in a bar billiards table? 8, 9, or 10? How many holes are there in a bar billiards table? 8, 9, or 10? How many holes are there in a bar billiards table? 8, 9, or 10? Finally, question 8 on games. What is the name of the computer that beat the world chess champion Garry Kasparov? What is the name of the computer that beat the world chess champion Garry Kasparov? Very famous incident when I was a child. What is the name of the computer that beat the world chess champion Garry Kasparov? If you think you know that one, it is what you think it is. I.e., I've never heard of another computer playing chess playing computer. I hope that doesn't give it away. I don't think it does. It's late in the night. You deserve it. Right. Should we go through those 8 again? FIDE is the governing body of which game? FIDE is the governing body of which game? Number 2, what is the game Rochambeau known as in Britain? What is the game Rochambeau known as in Britain? 3, what popular game was invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? What popular game was invented by Alfred Mosher Butts? 4, in Scrabble, how much is the letter X worth? 5, especially popular in China, what 4-player game is played using 136 or 144 tiles? 6, Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus are 2 of the yellows on Monopoly. What is the third? 7, how many holes are there in a bar billiards table? 8, 9, or 10? 8, what was the name of the computer that beat the world chess champion Garry Kasparov? Now, while you're arguing over them, let's have some shout outs to people. Okay, how far back? Okay. Mitochondrial warrior, Mito warrior, Vicky, 15-year-old and playing for Team Kev tonight. Hello, Vicky. Shout out to Spaniel Station. Don't know what that means. Elizabeth Jones says, shout out to my hero, mitochondrial son, staying up late, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. It's almost over, Charlie. You can go to bed in a minute. Team Dad's Army, Steve, Liam, and Miles doing Snowdonia Triathlon for the Lily Foundation. Thank you, guys. That is an amazing thing to do. Shout out to Christina Davies, who managed 3 correct answers. Shout out to you. Then happy birthday, Robbie, who was 1 today. Shout out to Rachel and Jojo. Hello. Shout out to Ali in Japan. Hello in Japan. Don't know what time it is there. Happy birthday, Katie Lott. Happy birthday, Katie. And is it like 5 a.m. in Japan? Hello to Team Trevor. Hello. Happy birthday to Katie Lott again, because I stopped that halfway through to discuss what time it was in Japan, which is unprofessional. Happy birthday to Jenny, Kayla, and Dan, who spent the day in isolation. Go Blue Jays! Shout out to Sarah, recovering from an isolation-related broken ankle. A phrase that raises more questions than it answers. Happy 50th, Vanessa Mal for Sunday, and hello to Reese Burley from Grandma Sally and Grandad Fred. And shout out to Dance Mums in Brighton. We are at £8,006. We have done it. We've reached 8,000. Thank you so much. That is brilliant. Much appreciated, guys. And if you do want to donate, please do donate. You can donate here on the Just Giving page. Please, every pound would be so helpful to the charity. Let's do the answers for the final round. FIDE is the governing body of chess. Rock, paper, scissors. Scrabble. It was invented by Alfred Moshe Butts. X is 8. China, 1, 3, 6 or 1, 4, 4 tiles, Mahjong. Coventry Street for Monopoly. Holes on a bar billiards table, 9. And Gary Kasparov was beaten by Deep Blue. There we go. There we go. That is the answers. That is the answers. That is it. So there you go. That is the quiz. Add up your scores. Okay. Can we also have a huge shout out to Team Tizzy? A huge shout out to Team Tizzy. That brings us to the end of the quiz. If you, how do you submit your scores? Quickly, they will tell me. And thank you so much. Next week, the quiz is on at 7:45 again, once again with a break for the applause for the NHS. Please join Tim Vine there. He's one of the funniest men, one of the nicest men in Britain. Please join him. Your support for this quiz means the world to this charity. And there is a link in the description below this, which is how to submit your tickets, your scores. Be honest, obviously, and all the top scores will go into a draw, and we will draw out one, and they can have 4 tickets to any date of my tour, which has been rearranged for obvious reasons. So when you win, you'll be contacted by Lily Foundation, and there'll be a meet and greet after the show. And thank you so much for taking part. Please, you can still donate there. If you want to donate, follow them on YouTube. Go to the website. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an honor to host this for such brilliant charity. Thank you to Liz, Claire, and Janet for organizing this. And submit your scores by reading what you do below. Join Tim Vine next week, next Thursday at the same time. Goodbye.